You want a snuggie? Romeo's gonna sit in on this video with me today because we have some exciting news, which is that
Mummy's pregnant with a baby in her tummy.
That's right, so I am pregnant with...
And my name is Romeo. R-O-M-E-O.
That's right.
What Romeo and Juliet play.
Yeah, that's right, hey. So I'm expecting a second baby, which we're really, really excited about. You want to go play with your Duplo? You're bored. And we are really excited about it. This was a planned pregnancy and we are really excited. It's a really nice gap for us between Romeo and baby. By the time baby is born, Romeo will be 5, which is really exciting. And for those of you that don't know, he will still be at home with us because we are homeschooling him. So yeah, so we're really excited and just wanted to share the news with you guys and also just tell you a bit about how the pregnancy is going and update you on that. So I am 10 weeks pregnant tomorrow. So I'm just towards the end of the first trimester and I honestly haven't been feeling very good at all. So I knew I was pregnant from really, really early on. I track my cycles using the fertility awareness method. For those of you that don't know about the fertility awareness method, I can do a separate video on that. So just post below if you would like me to do a separate video on that. The fertility awareness method is you can either use it to prevent pregnancy or to get pregnant. And so we use that method to get pregnant, and it's a natural form of contraception. So I knew really early that I was pregnant and I had symptoms from almost straight after conception. I have had really, really sore boobs and they've grown in size quite a lot. I've got like, I naturally got like the smallest boobs, so it's really, really noticeable when they grow in size. And my belly's growing. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have got a wee belly. And so I'm obviously really, really stoked to be pregnant and like so excited to be daddy again, and Ro is so excited to be a big brother. He's been asking me for a sibling for like 2 years. I'm really excited to be filming videos during this pregnancy because I wasn't with Romeo, and also when I was pregnant with Romeo I wasn't unfortunately vegan and I wasn't a minimalist or a zero waster. So with this pregnancy I'm really excited to be exploring those things and applying my values along those things to the pregnancy. And we've already talked about, you know, the very, very basic few things that we're going to purchase for baby. We haven't purchased anything already. We're definitely not going out and buying a whole lot of stuff, which is really feels really good to me. And obviously being vegan this pregnancy is really exciting as well, and doing a plastic free and waste free pregnancy it's really exciting as well. So there'll be lots of those updates coming as well. Yeah, however, it's been a really rough first trimester. So I've had, yeah, really, really sore boobs pretty much constantly. And I have had nausea. I don't know why they call it morning sickness, because I've had nausea for weeks, quite a few weeks now. And it lasts pretty much all day. And it's a lot worse when I'm hungry. So I've had to eat more regularly, so I'm kind of having about 6 small meals instead of 3 big meals. And I've also been really, really, really tired. It just feels like my body is being totally zapped of energy, which I guess it kind of is because it's doing a lot. The first trimester is generally the one where you feel the worst because your body is, you know, growing, literally growing a new body, a new baby. And so it's a lot for your body, and there's a lot happening in the first trimester for the baby, you know, the heart and the lungs and the development of, you know, the fingers and the toes and all that. So there's a lot happening for baby and for mum, and it's a big adjustment for your body to adapt to the pregnancy. And I felt the same with Romeo. I felt really awful in the first trimester in particular. And so it's been a bit of a struggle, honestly, and I have one of the biggest things is that my taste buds have completely changed. I'm still 100% vegan, and that's not going to change, but I went from being like a smoothie drinker, heaps of raw foods, mostly fruit, you know, muesli with fruit, smoothies for breakfast and fruit snacks, and then either a cooked homemade dinner like soup in the evenings or a salad. But raw food has been something that I have been thriving on, like mostly thriving on for, you know, the good part of about the last 2 years. And my body just does not want those foods at the moment. I really struggled initially because I just kept trying to, when my body was rejecting those foods, I just kept trying to push through it and consume them anyway, because I know that normally those foods are what I thrive on. That's awesome, Ro. That's so cool. That's so good, buddy. That's really cool, mate. And it's been a real struggle accepting the fact that those foods are just not working for me now. And so the very first thing that I initially started really craving really super processed junky vegan foods, like vegan pies and vegan donuts, but all the time, and vegan pizza and vegan cheese, and just all these really processed foods that I would normally have a little bit of in my diet, but not all the time every day. And it was a struggle. I remember the very first time I gave in to the craving, and I had been trying to drink a banana smoothie all morning, and it was basically making me want to throw up. Even just looking at it was making me want to throw up, and I tried drinking it, and it was just making me feel disgusting. And so we went out and I got a vegan pie and I ate it, and the nausea that I'd been feeling all morning completely dissipated. And I felt so satisfied and so full, and I'm certainly not living on that stuff day to day, but there was about a week or so where I was eating all of those kinds of foods just constantly, and it obviously started really affecting my energy levels. But so what I've done now is I've come to a bit of a compromise where I have definitely stopped trying to force myself to drink smoothies and eat lots of raw foods like salads, smoothies, smoothie bowls, etc. I'm still eating fruit, just not anywhere near the amount that I usually would have. So what I'm having at the moment is that for breakfast I'll either have a little bit of toast initially, because when you wake up in the morning, like for me anyway, the nausea is really bad. So I've been having a little bit of toast to really ease that, because bread it really does help get rid of the nausea, and it's something easy that I can put together even if I'm feeling really exhausted. And then I will have a big bowl of porridge with some kind of fruit, usually a little bit of banana on it, and some kind of organic sugar, like sugarcane sugar, and then some like bran flakes or something like that I get from the bulk store. And so I've been having that, and then for lunch I'll have sandwiches, and I usually have a mid-morning snack of some more toast or some papaya and lime. Papaya is one of the only fruits that I feel like eating at the moment, and we can luckily still get it organically at the farmer's market. So I've been eating a lot of papaya and lime. And then for lunch I'll have a sandwich with vegetables in it, and I'll try and get some greens in there as well, because I'm not having my green juices that I usually have every day or in my smoothies. And then for dinner we've been having things like tofu stir fries, homemade pizza, and what else? Homemade potato fries. because I just want all of those foods at the moment. And if they're homemade, then at least we can get rid of the oil and a lot of the processed, the extra salt and things that would go on there that are not going to be good for me. And I can also cover them in greens as much as possible, because it has been a real struggle to make sure that I'm getting enough of the vitamins and minerals that I need. And it's honestly been really hard for me. I really don't like the fact that I can't physically stomach the foods that normally I thrive on, and I think the biggest part of that was the mental block. I've also been really exhausted. I've been going to bed at about 7:38 with Romeo at night and sleeping until 6:30 or 7, and so I have not been getting up to do my normal meditation and my yoga. I still have been doing my gratitudes every day, thankfully, which I'm really glad to have kept on top of that. But the last thing I feel like first thing in the morning when I feel like throwing up everywhere and I'm exhausted is getting up and sitting down with an empty stomach with nausea and meditating and then doing exercise. So I've been trying to do a few stretches every day, but it certainly hasn't happened every day. And again, I fought that a lot in the beginning and I'm finding that it's actually better for me right now to just surrender to what my body needs. And that doesn't mean going out and eating vegan pies and oily chips every single day. But if I eat those things occasionally, it is not the end of the world. And I also know that it's actually better for me to eat those foods than not eat anything at all, because I do need a little bit of extra calories at the moment, and I am growing a human in my belly, so it's a lot for my body to do. So that's what's been going on. I'm so grateful to be pregnant. It's also a huge struggle, and thankfully Nick has been really amazing, and he's been giving me as much rest as I can possibly get, and I've been having naps during the day with Romeo as well, and just sleeping in and going to bed really early to just get as much rest as possible. So that's a little life update for you. Post below if you have ever been pregnant and you have had this desire to eat totally unhealthy food and how you cope with it, because I've talked to quite a few other mums about this who are really healthy mums, really conscious about what they're eating, and they've done the same thing. All they want during their pregnancy is fast food. And the other thing I wanted to say as well is, if you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, please check out my Instagram. I do multiple posts a week there, and there are lots of tips, particularly on plastic-free living, but also minimalism and veganism and conscious parenting. So it's the Mermaid at the Mermaid Mama. So it's exactly the same as the YouTube channel. So make sure that you follow me on Instagram if you're not already. And I am trying to do my best to keep up with doing as many videos as I would like to and as many Instagram posts, but while I'm feeling like this, I'm also being really gentle on my body, and I'm doing my best to follow my own advice, which is that you need to be intuitive with your body and what your body needs and wants. And at this point in time, my body needs lots and lots of TLC, so that's what I'm doing as much as possible. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys. Mwah.